can't wait.
I can tell. I am curbing my natural reaction to kind of go into game show mode.
It's awesome.
But part of me is like ready to go like this. This lovely bachelorette comes to us from Van Nuys, California. She's studying at UCLA. She likes long walks on the beach and is hoping to find Mr. Right now. Please welcome
Randy.
Yeah, really.
All right, that's it. We're not.
Thank you.
Rob, you're too good at that.
Yeah, I know. That's what scares me, Steve. Inside me, there is a game show host dying to come out. Oh, by the way, this is You Stole My Song, and now our host, DJ... No, that way. Melodrama's over there. There we go.
Okay, Rob's there.
Hi.
Steve.
No, he's
Mike.
Mike's there. There we go.
Steve, who are you? Tell everybody.
I'm Steve Sudia.
What do you do, Steve? My name's Steve. I like long walks on a pier.
What do I do as far as what? I do many things.
Yes, he does.
Some are probably not,
you do your little you do your weird streaming thing every once in a while.
Some are probably not appropriate to mention here, though.
Well, that's more than I didn't know about you, actually. Well, let's go to. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, Mike, you go.
I do a radio show right before this every Sunday night on Alt Rock. Been DJing for probably 30 something, over 30 years already now. 31 years maybe. At clubs everywhere. That's about it.
What's the name of your show?
Oral Pleasures.
I like that name.
And what?
That's a good name. That's a good name. I like that.
It is a good name. It is a good name.
It is a good name. I'm jealous I didn't think of it. Yeah. See, I'm jealous I didn't think of it. Jeez.
Yeah. Well, that's what our night, the night that I had a long time ago, we called it Oral Pleasures. That was back at the Pipeline. I think we used it then.
Oh, God.
That was back in like 97, 98.
Well, yeah. Just tell everyone to get familiar with Mike. And Mike, tell everyone where you spun so far, or what have you done? You've done Pipeline, Melody. Go on. Give us a bio.
The Pipeline and Melody were the biggest two, probably. Tequila Joe's for a while, Aldo's for a year, Loop on and off for a bit. I don't know, many other little spots here and there.
Yeah, I was with you in one of those mini spots. Remember the bad New Brunswick spots?
Yeah, a ton of those. I don't know how many. We did a bunch.
We did them all.
Yeah.
Ruffles.
We're 3 minutes into the show. We're already bashing New Brunswick. Really? Only took us 3 minutes? Really?
Hey, normally it takes 15. That's pretty impressive.
Oh, jeez.
So, Sean Carlin is not. Oh, there he is.
There it is.
Oh, look at his rosy red cheeks. He looks like Santa Claus.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I've been out in Sloan, you see, and being a Celt, it has an effect.
Ah, the Celts.
The Celts.
The Celts.
Let's all say the Celts in unison.
Celts.
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 Or Gelt, whatever. What all depends on you.
I'll take a little Gelt. That'll be fine.
I'll take a little Gelt. A little Gelt. Anyway, I got nothing right now. I'm just trying to get acclimated. Hey.
You got
it. That's our host.
We're all set.
I'm looking at the size of my nose. It's just huge.
You don't want to say huge per se. Gargantuan. I think that's what you're going for. But I can do the same. See, it just smears right out when you go up to the camera.
Why do I suddenly want the theme to Gigantor to come on?
It fits my face.
Need a boy standing on my shoulder, controlling me.
No.
There's a boy standing on his shoulder.
Hey, I had a pen here. Oh, anyway, good Sunday evening, everyone. Glad you're with us.
Hey.
Thank you for joining in.
How are you?
The whole 4 people under here. Awesome, thank you. The 4. Ming Chen. Oh, he put a little history up there. Cool. So, how's everybody been?
We're good.
So far, so good.
Drinks in hand. I got the drink up here. I got drink.
Your energy is just so sucky.
That wasn't a beer, Rob.
No, we've definitely been influenced by certain people online about scotch and whiskey,
yeah.
Carolyn.
No.
I don't want to say that I'm overly devoted to whiskey, but it certainly is nice to have a lot of it around.
Real quick, the one you posted on Facebook, what is it called again?
Oh, well, I'm going to have to go downstairs and get the bottle. It has escaped me, but it was the first new distillery in Dublin.
That's what got my attention because I've been on that Jameson's Black Barrel kick for about a couple of months, and I'm really happy.
Which is fantastic, yeah.
Yeah, it's worth it, and I will never go back to Jameson's proper ever again.
No,
for sure.
Well, you know what? There's a time and a place.
Like at the bar. So I'm doing Bombay and tonic in my Starbucks.
Screwball going on there.
Hey, wait a minute, Steve. Is that the new Screwball, the peanut butter?
Yeah.
How is it, by the way? I haven't had it
yet. It's good.
Cool.
I have had it, and I think there is a cocktail awaiting it. I think that's the thing. You need to find the right.
Yeah, make like a peanut butter and jelly. Peanut butter and jelly.
I mixed it with Bailey's Irish Cream and some vanilla vodka.
Right, Bailey's Irish Cream, the peanut butter whiskey, and I would suggest Chambord. Because then
that's like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Yeah.
80 proof.
80 proof peanut butter and jelly, which is the way it always should have been. It would have put you when you were a kid. It would have been fantastic.
Right. You know you're an adult when suddenly you're thinking about spiked peanut butter and jelly. Wait a minute.
Oh. Sorry. I hear myself. It's weird. Hello? This is better.
We hear you too. That's weirder.
I almost sipped when you said that. I was close.
Drew, you keep giving me low-hanging fruit, dude. I'm on a picket.
Thank you. Points, Sean, points.
All right, Melodrama, where are we going?
Where we're going, we're going to say thank you to Shared Universe and Chris Jordan for the wonderful article this past week about us.
Oh, yeah.
That was super duper awesome. Ming, you're here. We hear you. Hey, there's the link, Ming. That's super awesome. Thank you. Thank you for dealing with us, Ming. I'm sure we're not the easiest people to deal with.
He's got to deal with me. He's got to deal with me twice this coming week. Oh, God. Yeah. The poor man.
No, he's probably,
But
he loves us.
Yeah, but there's actually Ming and Mike's podcast also got recognized from a Shared Universe as well. So
yes.
Yeah, so 3/8 of that article is a Shared Universe. Definitely worth checking out.
That's the thing, yeah.
Sorry, Sean. I stepped over you. My bad.
That's okay. I stepped on you. I keep interjecting when I shouldn't, so let me stop now.
I was about to say, hey, Steve, Mike, should we be leaving these two alone or something? I mean, what?
You could do entendres on this. It's pretty impressive. I didn't know we could do double entendres.
I hear like the Happy Mondays playing in the background.
Who is that from?
Well, you said you step on.
Oh, God.
What? You mean Pills and Thrills and what's the name?
Belly
aches. Belly aches.
No,
belly aches, not ballyhoo. Ballyhoo is those
Belly
guys.
aches.
Echo and the Bunnymen, yeah.
Echo's and
Ballyhoo.
Doors member guest shot.
Yes. Ed got waylaid, so he was going to join us, but he will join us next time.
Okay.
And
I may have to suddenly disappear. I will maybe suddenly reappear after that. We'll see how it goes. Family stuff going on at the same time got delayed, and so I'll be disappearing and reappearing as needs must. It's sort of the Great Gazoo.
Ed Long is probably somewhere watching this and going, glad I didn't go on tonight. I don't know why.
I'm super happy. So, cool. What's the other cool thing this week? The bars and restaurants can actually do mixed drinks send out now, which is pretty awesome. Delivery and or at the door.
And I want to see. I've not seen yet whether Asbury Park Distillery is doing anything along those lines, or Watermark, because they have really spectacular signature drinks that are worth going out of your way to pick up at the curb.
Definitely.
Right.
And which is a term that would have no meaning until now.
I kind of like the idea.
Back, a year ago, that was a bad thing.
Yeah. I think it's kind of cool. Now, if we could just get like door side, marijuana delivery, life would be awesome.
Well, you're not in DC, apparently.
And you're not in
Pennsylvania.
Colorado either.
Yeah.
Pennsylvania delivers, I think, too, don't they?
Well, not legally.
Depends who you know.
Right. See, Steve knows a guy that I know.
Yeah. You gotta know a guy.
How are they going to do the mixed drinks where it's not going to be open container in your car, though? That's the problem, right?
Yeah, they're going to do
They're getting the screw tops that seal on, so you got to break the seal to get it back off again.
Right. So they're going to have to. Somebody's going to have something to seal the drinks in before. I mean, they can't just put it in a cup and give it to you.
Well,
the screw top will go on.
You screw the screw top on, and it seals.
Okay.
And then when you unscrew it, it breaks the seal, and then you can have your drink. And
or you can be really cool. You can really melt some wax and just dip every bottle in wax, like certain whiskey distilleries.
Right.
Okay.
That'd be cool though.
Actually, that is probably a legal way to get around it. You just take the bottle and dip it in wax, and then you hand it off.
Just whatever you do, order the drinks without ice because they're going to water it down a little bit. Oh, did I say that? I'm sorry.
I would actually hope that they're serving without ice, and that the ice is up to you.
Yes.
Well,
there we go.
Well, there's the other option too that they're saying they can give you all the ingredients to make the drink.
Yeah, they've been doing that for a while now. That you can buy like a full bottle and then all their mixers or stuff separately. I've seen that in some bars.
Yeah, actually,
accoutrement.
They do that in liquor stores. They have all the bottles. And you get all the
Wow.
It's kind of a new thing.
He's got a point.
I'm taking a drink.
Some bottles are difficult to get your hands on. They're especially if you're following, some of the more esoteric drink logs. And it's like, you need the dew from the brow of a unicorn. You're not going to get that at the local liquor store. But other than that, you could probably.
It all depends on your lifestyle choice. You never know.
If you know a guy who knows where the unicorns are, you're good.
Yeah, unicorns are always readily available. You just gotta look. You gotta find them.
Don't look at me. I never looked.
Yeah, you wouldn't know. Yeah, you wouldn't know. Sorry. Look at Sean. Sean's like, nah, never say nothing. We're stupid. God, we're stupid.
Trying to let my eyebrow talk for me the way,
Hey, so most annoying song. Have you heard it? That stupid coffee song.
That stupid coffee song.
The stupid coffee song.
Stupid coffee song. It's like
I'm looking for the insensitive coffee song.
No, it's a 104.3 plays it. It's some dumb ass, lame, annoying coffee song. It's like, I know it's really descriptive. It's just really bad. I forgot the title of it, but I don't want to know it. It's just a really bad song.
This is on a classic rock station, really?
104.5. Sorry, 104.5.
Oh, out of Philadelphia. Okay, there we go.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because their format is so alternative.
Those they're such sweet summer children. Yeah.
All right, I have to do the round table, but I'm gonna do Ed's first because this week we're doing the list of 4 songs from everyone. Favorite? No, it wasn't favorite. It was old song, forgotten song, your song that makes you turn into a giddy little, fanboy or girl, and what the hell was the other one?
New.
Yeah, so Ed didn't give me the full list, which was very upsetting because, Ed upset me. Ed's happy song is New Order Temptation. Do we agree?
Nothing wrong with that.
We're gonna make it like the McLaughlin report. Wrong. I'm gonna move on. Okay.
Issue 1.
Yeah.
Issue 1. Happy song. Okay. Temptation. Yeah, okay.
Temptation. Wrong. Celebration. Much better.
Run him in the ball. Anyway.
Okay. Steve, what's your happy song?
McLaughlin New Order mashup there.
I'm still compiling my list. So
You're
like
looking it up on Deezer. Stop.
like my happy go-to song where like I hear it and I crank the volume if I'm in my car, drive a little faster. It would probably be "Don't Change" from NXS.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Well done. Yeah.
It's a real good one.
Yeah.
Yep. So you have something in common with Bruce Springsteen, who opened a show once with "Don't Change."
But did he say it was his favorite song?
Well, it was his favorite song from anybody in that town.
At that time, on that day.
That was NXS's hometown.
Okay, Mike, what's your happy go-to song?
I was thinking of Dove's "Catch the Sun" because it always reminds me of summer. Like that's like a song that I definitely like crank up, like with the top down, windows open. Just reminds me of summer, like kind of like very, I don't know, beachy, but like just driving. Definitely a good driving song.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I agree. Okay, Rob, I'm gonna be let down on this one.
You probably will be. It's one of those songs I just fired up on my Alexa, and it just gets me going in the apartment. I'm going back to Tom Jones and the Stereophonics for Mama Told Me Not to Come.
No. I like it. I like it. I'm not passing on anyone yet. Okay, you're pretty good. Sean? Sean's going to be LCD sound system.
Happy song.
LCD sound system.
I'm going to go with Roses, She Bangs the Drums. That's mine. Makes me happy.
That works.
That works. I'm just thinking happy, like happy Bumpy. I'm like, she bangs the drum. It's like I'm trying to hear it in my head and see you.
Anytime there's a woman banging drums, I'm happy. That's good.
And now Sheila E. Thank you very much.
You know, it's really great. Everybody can fill in their own punchline there. It's
Yes. Basically.
And now the Godfather, She Gives Me Love. Anyway.
You need to find somebody who can bang the drums and give you love. That's what you're looking for.
And now your choice, Melodrama.
You may want her to come in colors. Just saying.
Oh, there you go.
Melodrama, your song for your happiness. What is
No,
it?
Sean gets the points. I don't know if I can follow it up. I have crickets on mine.
Oh, shit. It's so bad that we didn't even know you said it. There you go.
No, I haven't heard it in a while, so it's like it's not the forgotten song, but the other one's Another Holiday.
The other one's Another Holiday. Wow, brilliant.
Yeah, that's like my little. It's like it's just I haven't heard it in a long time. And I just listened to it this week because I went through my cassette box, my cassette box, and I was like, oh, my other one's cassette. And it's like I listened to it again, and I'm like, that's a happy song, even though technically it's really Tears for Fears. You know, everyone wants to rule the world, but
right. It's got the shuffle beat. Everybody loves a shuffle beat.
Yeah, that's my happy stuff.
So you're giving Sean the point in this round. Have I got that straight?
Yeah, I'm giving Sean the point.
All right.
You know why? Because he went this way with it.
We are doing this just so you know if you're keeping score at home. Thank you.
Visual on a podcast. That's not right. Duh. All right, next.
Issue 2.
Come on, someone do it.
Issue 2.
Sorry.
That wasn't even it. That wasn't even close to a good job.
Okay, forgotten song.
Forgotten song.
Everybody forgot the forgotten songs.
There you go.
That's true.
I'm gonna go with Something to Say from the Connells.
Ooh.
Oh, everyone. Ooh. Mike, what do you got?
Since you know that I like shoegaze and dream pop, that's kind of what I was saying with like a theme. And I'm definitely thinking Drop 19's Delaware, kind of a song that I never really thought about until recently and then realized how much I love that song.
Damn, you're good. You got to bring it to a level where I'm just going, okay, I got to look that crap up.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it's definitely it's kind of it's definitely shoegazy, but also had like a very British sound. They were from Boston, they're not from Britain. So when that song came out, it was kind of like everyone thought they were like a UK band, but they're not. They're Boston's, and it's actually a really good song. That album's really good. It's their first album, Delaware.
Yeah, it's sort of that goes parallel to what me and Sean and Rob talked about the other month when it's the Mighty Lemon Drops. Didn't know they were from Pennsylvania.
You're right. Oh no, the Ocean Blue. You're thinking
Ocean Blue. Ocean Blue.
Yeah,
Ocean Blue. Ocean Blue. They're from Pennsylvania. I'm like, they seem so British.
And now it's time for me to disappoint Melodrama.
No, you're not gonna. No, I'm waiting for someone to do. I'm gonna see if someone actually has a song in their list that's someone else's. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna do a You Stole My Song thing.
Well, okay, you're waiting to jump in on that forgotten song. For me, you got to go back to the video because the video made the song, and then all of a sudden, radio gravitated toward it, and it is vanished from thin air. Jamiroquai, Virtual Insanity.
No, I love that song.
Good song.
You think that's forgotten?
Great video.
Oh no! Think about it, Drew. It's never played on the radio anymore. It was a forgotten hit, and MTV doesn't play videos, so that great video is kind of vanished into existence. And that video made that hit. Clearly made that a hit.
Yeah,
great song. Don't get me wrong, but the video made it. Yeah.
I played it one night at Halo, and I was like, yeah, they enjoyed it.
Yeah.
that was my intermission. Yeah, they enjoyed it. It's like,
So in other words, it's not that forgotten in your world. Okay, I'm not getting the point this round, guys. All right, I'm out.
I love that song. I agree. It's partially, it's partially forgotten. Partially.
Well, in the same thing.
Go ahead, Sean. What do you got?
You're a Woman by Whitetown.
Oh yeah, kind of in the same vein. You're right.
General era. And it was one of those really, really very good songs that managed to find an audience and then lost it. I don't know. Everybody who bought it forgot.
Yeah. You think that fell into like the Little Black Backpack scenario? Because that was also a really great song. Do you think that was forgotten about?
Yeah.
Not the same.
They're on my list though. To me they're not forgotten, but good choice.
Let me ask this real quick, not to go off on a tangent, but guys, for everybody, I mean, when you think about that era between 94, 95, and 96, there was a lot of those same songs that were coming out. This, it's played everywhere, everybody knew it, and then literally a year later, gone.
Sneaker
right.
Yeah. Do you like butter tarts?
And on to the next micro trend. I think all that made way for new swing.
Well, Steal My Sunshine. That was late 90s.
That was late.
Yeah, but
that primitive radio god song kind of always that goes with Whitetown all the time. Like
Good one, Mike. That's right in that same pocket. You're exactly right.
I bought that album, and nothing else on that album sounds like that record.
Exactly.
Steve, what were you going to say? I'm sorry, Steve. What
was the Sneaker Pimp song? 6 Underground?
Oh, 6 Underground.
That's great.
That
was at least a harbinger of things that were going on. There was more going. That was the surface of something you could dig down into and kind of enjoy.
I thought that song would have been bigger because at one point it was actually the theme song to a Fox series, but that Fox series died after like 6 episodes. So then, unfortunately, the song kind of died with it.
And by the way, I actually have gotten my sign. I got to clear out, so you guys keep going. And I will.
You'll be back. You'll be back or not back?
I may be back. We'll see.
We look forward to it, Sean.
I'll be back.
Well, Melodrama, what is your forgotten song?
Garbage Androgyny.
Deep cut on one of the Garbage albums, too.
Yeah. Everyone see crickets. I got the crickets today. Again, every week I get the crickets.
No, and I think the guys will agree with me. It's one of those, you said garbage. I don't think any of us expected androgyny to be the choice. That's all.
Yeah. I actually remember when that song came out, and this was when it came out. I don't remember when it was in the 90s. At some point, they were actually doing a remix contest, and I submitted 2 remixes, but I didn't win. You had to have a certain program to do it, though. I remember, and they gave you like the stems to do it, and I thought it was pretty cool. They did like a remix contest for anyone to just take the stems and do it, and it was pretty cool. But that's the one thing I do remember about that song.
Okay.
And
the video I remember too was pretty cool.
Yeah, I like the video.
It's funny when I think of garbage, I go back to that first single. If I was going to pick a forgotten garbage song, I would go with Vow.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Vow. Yeah, but Vow is just like that's like their, Wow.
Oh, it's one of those intense songs that when you first heard the band and you went, if this is what this band is all about, I'm happy and I hope they do more. And it turned out that first album is brilliant. It really is.
I think the first two were excellent. I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying the other ones are horrible. I'm just saying the first two really, to me, like made them solid. Like you have to like garbage from that point on. But that goes into a tangent that I want to ask you guys. Mm-hmm. Is that just because a band that you like is really, really good, does that necessitate that everything that they make is awesome, or is it like you actually have the ability to sit there and go, not their best things, I'm not going to buy it or I'm not going to listen to it? Like, do fan people actually have enough chutzpah to say, hey, that was a shitty Depeche Mode album, or it's a shitty Cure record, or whatever? Do people actually think like that?
Listen, I'm a Kiss fan. Okay, so there's a lot.
You have no taste. You have no taste.
No. Just an example. There's a lot of shit they put out. I wouldn't even listen to it for free.
You would?
I would not.
Oh, would not. Open your mouth and you speak.
Steve, let me ask you this. When you say bad Kiss, are we talking like songs when they were unmasked, like Let's Put the X in Sex and stuff like that?
Songs from the older, yeah. About actually that was off. Was that off Unmasked?
No, that was the album after Unmasked. That one came out.
There were a couple.
Well, Unmasked had "Lick It Up." That was like the first song that they had after they removed the makeup. And "Lick It Up" was a pretty good song, no question.
But the video made it better for them. Like it gave them that gave them that other audience that didn't know who Kiss was. Like, oh, they're on MTV. I can like Kiss now because they're on MTV.
But also keep in mind that video was that first moment where everybody's, oh my God, so this is what Kiss looks like without the makeup. Oh my God.
Yeah, Gene Simmons looks like an ass.
That's melodrama, equal opportunity, offender.
Thank you.
So you're saying he no longer looks like an ass?
No, yes.
Ooh.
This goes back. It's weird that you mentioned it because, like I mentioned a couple podcasts ago, that I saw them on a Sunday night at the Limelight, which I thought was the most. Like I didn't go there to go see them, just went to the Limelight on a Sunday night, and there's freaking Kiss playing, which I thought was weird.
Okay, good.
Go ahead, Steve. No, go ahead. Finish your thought.
To answer your question, the answer is yes for me. Anyway.
Mikey.
Yeah, I think it's yes. It's yes for anybody that is a true music connoisseur. There are people that just like certain artists or bands because they're like the most popular thing going on or the most trendy thing. So they're going to say everything from them is good. But if you're a true music connoisseur, like I'm sure the four of us are, you definitely are going to think that there's better stuff from artists, and then there's stuff that's crap that you would never listen to. You may have listened to it once, and then even if it's somebody you really like, you try to give the album another listen. Here's my example I'll give you right now. I can think of. I love Lord's first album. I cannot stand Melodrama, and then a lot of people like that album, and it's not you, but a lot of people like that album, and it's rated really high. I can't stand it. I've given it so many listens, and I just can't. It's something I don't like, but that's just me.
I think if I had to pick an album that stands out in that case, because I got into a lot of debates about this, when Depeche Mode released the album that featured the song Heaven, the album was not critically acclaimed as what I thought. Heaven's a great song, but the rest of the album I thought not as strong as some of the other Depeche Mode stuff. And that's where the back and forth kind of came, like, oh, come on, they're pushing the envelope a little bit. I'm like,
No, I don't mind people pushing the envelope or people changing as you get older or as your life experiences change, so your music changes.
Sure.
But I don't think that, like what Mike said, you got to be able to sit there and criticize your artists. It's just like saying if you found a sculptor or a painter or a writer, you could be like, you think every what's his face, The Shining guy, every book he wrote. You think every book he wrote was fabulous? It's like, I'm sure there's a couple horrible books, but people will be like, oh my God, well, I have to get it. It's great.
But that's the thing. You build a popularity base where the anticipation is that you're going to buy the next book or you're going to buy the next album. Just because you buy it doesn't mean you don't have maybe buyer's remorse to say, you know what, that was a little disappointing.
Yeah, that reminds me of back in the day. It goes back to Steve too. Wow, I'm bringing it full circle. Back in, was it like late 70s, early 80s? Kiss did a bad TV movie. It's called Hype and Glory. It was like there was a TV movie that they had. It was Kiss had it, and then they had a Kiss after special, and it was called Hype and Glory, and it really focused on the whole aspect of the way Kiss was back in the early days.
That was Phantom of the Park, I think, is the
That's it. Yeah.
Movie you're talking about.
Yep.
Yeah, and then they had like a news special after talking about like Hype and Glory, like what's the comparison of like what it really is. Okay, got nothing again. Fucking crickets.
No, I'm trying to get the image out of my head of Gene Simmons with the robotic voice from that movie. That's the problem. Oh.
But back to your point, everyone's going to have their own opinion of an album anyway. So, and it's only really what you think. It's not what anybody else thinks. And people will say, you know, I mean, obviously there's tons of reviews on albums, but you can't always go by a review. It's just like it's the same thing as a movie. You know, you can't go by somebody else's review. It's not going to necessarily appeal to you, or it might, or, you know, you got to make your own choice. So you want to.
It's funny you're saying that, Mike, because the first thing that comes to mind when you're saying that, I was thinking about a movie, and forgive me to go off on the tangent, but a classic movie called Eddie and the Cruisers was panned by the critics, and yet it came on cable, and it became this phenomenon of popularity, that movie.
Plus the soundtrack.
Well, yeah, definitely. The soundtrack helped, but it wasn't as bad as the critics made it out to be. At least, but there's the whole thing. It's that whole, you have an opinion, you have a thought, judge for yourself, but don't always go by the critics, so to speak.
Oh, never go by that. I agree with that. It's like, you know, I'm bringing it in a weird direction. It's the experience concept. It's how your experience is with a song, movie, or a scenario that you were in that will define how you feel about something. Oh, so me and Mike did horrible. No, we didn't do horribly. We were at horrible places back in the day after the Melody closed. So, but that really didn't taint our aspect of it. But we kept on trying, and then we found a saint, and then that made the experience better for what we do as DJs as a group. Mm-hmm. So basically, I'm saying is like our experience, like my experiences of the horribleness didn't taint what I wanted to keep on doing with you guys. You know, I always wanted to keep on pushing to bringing it someplace else, and thank God for the Satan letting us do what we do in a weird way.
Yeah, amen.
So it's like I didn't let all the negativity bother me. So I'm talking about that with music and movies too. Like I'm just saying, you know, it's because I have a bad taste for a group or a record that a group put out doesn't mean I'm not going to not listen to them, but I'll at least give them another shot at it.
If I may take it one step further, if you look at certain songs, they're going to connect with you like you least expect. I mean, I mean, here's a great example I can give right off the top of my head. Going through a weird time in my life, and all of a sudden, the song from Piano Apple comes out called Paper Bag. Now, it appeared in a movie that you least expected in Bridesmaids, but the song itself, it was the lyrics when she said, "Hunger hurts, but starving works when it costs too much to love." That just blew me the hell away, and it was just like, at that point in my life, I needed that song. And that happens sometimes. Yeah. You connect with a song and it was not the song you think, why am I connecting with it? And you go, there's a reason. The song was at the right place at the right time in your life.
Well, it's like I said, it goes back to the experience, how you experience it, and where you experience it.
Exactly.
It's like, feels like I'm losing my voice, or I'm getting gravelly. Is the big Hawaiian guy that died when he did Somewhere Over the Rainbow. You know, is the big Hawaiian guy.
Yeah, well, we're distracted. Sean Carolyn's back.
The big Hawaiian guy. and then I appear. Great.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yes.
I want to say his name is Melikalikimaka, but that's not true.
Yeah. They just call him IZ, right? Okay. But like his songs, like same thing. It's like out of nowhere. Yeah. Thank you, Ming. I cannot say that. Israel.
That's like God bless you.
Exactly.
I'm going to go get my COVID test now.
Yeah.
Wait. Hold it. Was that a character in Hawaii Five-0? That's what I want to know.
COVID?
Apparently nobody saw 10 seasons of Hawaii Five-0. Moving right along. By the way, the
No,
show
I have-
just ended.
I have seen-
You may not realize this. The show ended.
Wow, you're old. You're old.
No.
Did you? No. Did you like
The
McCloud
reboot.
and Columbo too?
No, we're
What?
talking about see melodrama. You didn't realize they rebooted the show on CBS the last 10 years.
I try not to watch regular TV. I'm a PBS guy.
Yeah, so well, same here. I found a good streaming service that actually had all of Hawaiian Eye. That was actually a lot of fun.
Yeah,
It featured Robert Conrad and his abs, which were on display in the opening, exactly like that.
Steve, Mike, get us off Robert Conrad's abs now.
If you can knock this battery off my shoulder.
That was when he didn't have the abs anymore.
So what he's saying is he watches a lot of Sesame Street.
Well, especially the bit with Stevie Wonder. Oh yeah.
I miss Zoom. I like Zoom.
This past week, it was Stevie Wonder's 70th birthday.
Right.
And so some of the folks I know said, well, this is one of the things you have to watch for Stevie Wonder's 70th birthday. And it was 6.5 minutes of him on Sesame Street. Now, Sesame Street didn't do anything for 6.5 minutes.
Anything.
It was only 30 to 60-second bites of commercials for numbers and letters. And then
Kermit singing, whatever the case.
Or Kermit singing.
Yeah.
And Stevie Wonder shows up and does Superstition. And the band comes and blows the doors off the place.
Cool.
And it's live mic'd. It is a fantastic piece of video. Look it up. It's out there on YouTube. So happy birthday, Stevie.
Hey, Sean, you need to go back to work. Really, you really need to go back to work. This is just out of.
Look, at least he got us off Robert Conrad's abs. That's all I cared about.
And that's after I got you on to Robert Conrad's
abs. Right, I knew it.
Wait, music interlude. Zorba the Greek? Anyone?
Yeah. I was ready to break in and be like, and now it's time for the intermission. Please go get your refreshments right now.
That's it. Opa! I'm trying to place a throw.
I can go to my kitchen and get one if you want. Oh.
No. And that, everyone, was the music interlude.
You were all there to experience it. How do you feel?
Yeah, I got
Let Melodrama know, please.
Oh, hey, shout out to anyone that wants to sponsor us. Dead on alcohol, tractor, a record label, a radio show, anyone.
Yeah, we're looking to have red, white, and blue beer sponsor us. Right?
Oh, ow.
I would like Denon Pioneer Tractor. That'd be awesome.
No, hey, that'd be nice. Yeah. Not happening.
Hello, Asbury Distillery, please. We need alcohol. Well, no.
Jack Daniels, Ysms, Hewlett Packard, Lenovo, PV speakers.
The man is so underground. He's naming some of the biggest corporations in the world.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? But I will not use Amazon.
I like to say things about, the underdog, the little guy, the apples of the world.
Oh, yeah.
Subtle. Very subtle.
I would like a new iPad Air or iPro Air. I don't know Apple products. I'm a Microsoft Android guy.
No, I'm gonna stick with iPro Air. I think I want an iPro Air.
Are they anything like Air Jordans? That's what I want.
No.
I'd like a Jordan Air. I'd like a Jordan Air. I think that's.
Does anybody got a jar of Jordan Airs? There you go. We're in Chicago. Yeah. I'll have that hot dog now.
I don't like you people anymore. You're hurting me.
Issue 3.
You only got through one issue while I was gone? Jesus.
You didn't miss a thing, Sean. You missed nothing.
This is like a soap opera. You know, you go to the hospital for a couple of weeks, you come back, and they're still saying the same thing.
I got nothing.
Yeah. No, you
Go,
got issue
go.
3. You got
whatever.
issue 3.
No.
Great.
Where's issue 3? There was no. By the way,
Issue
no
3.
No, issue 3.
By the way, no points in round 2. Moving on.
Oh, okay.
And Andrew wins the daily total of 2 crickets.
Yeah, you're up on us too. You're shutting everybody up in the cricket department.
Yeah, I seem to excel in that.
Okay, so where are we going next, there, Chief?
So what did we do? We did Forgotten,
And Happy.
Happy. We did Old. Old.
No, we're on Old.
Sean.
Cheers. Something old. My father's favorite song.
Mm-hmm.
Take 5.
Take 5 by Dave Brubeck.
I listened to that today in honor of you and your father.
Ah,
Nice.
I was painting and I was listening to the whole record.
although it's always worthwhile to hear. If you can look this one up too on YouTube. Radiohead's 15 Step mashed up with Take 5. Not easy to do a mashup with a 5/4 song, a song in 5/4 time, but they did it. They're both in 5/4.
I'm making
the
a note of
musicians
this.
and you guys.
Yeah. 15 Steps definitely got a kind of weird.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
And if you listen to 15 Step, you can kind of go do 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 do, and you're all set. You've got Take 5 right there for you.
So, wait. That
Steve.
guy. Wait.
Steve,
Wait.
we'll go to Steve.
No, wait, no. Wait, shut up. Him. No, god damn it, him.
Oh,
What the?
I think the geometry is escaping you, Drew.
So in other words, Melodrama, you're up.
No, him and him. Sean and Mike. They can go back and forth all day on that type of stuff.
Oh.
You did get the pointers right. Well done.
It took a long time to get there.
You got that one good.
You know, like I looked at the comments real quick, and John Matthew was like, "What the fuck is going on here?" No idea.
Yeah, I'm totally not looking at the comments. Should I be? Is that a good idea?
I just realized we could click on that comments there.
There you go. Meanwhile, Steve, old song.
I'm gonna skip this one. I didn't.
Okay.
No. What
on,
is an
get
old
old
song that
song.
you like?
No, he's got a note from Epstein's mother. Leave him alone.
Come on, you don't have an old song you like.
Come
Whatever.
Come back to me.
Fair enough.
Mike.
I don't even know what you're considering old.
Yeah.
Let's say pre-1980. How about that?
The bass in
You
your
want to do that?
I gotta think. Skip me. I gotta think of something.
By the way,
I don't know. I gotta think of something, but I wasn't thinking that old.
I'll go. Can I go 70s then? I'll go 70s.
Go any way you want to.
I'm going 70s. Chris Rea, Fool If You Think It's Over.
huh? Okay.
Wasn't it like a thing in the 80s too?
May have been, but I mean that was the 70s. He crossed into the 80s at some point, but I mean that
He did.
song
Yeah,
kind
that
of sums.
song.
It kind of sums up this podcast. Fool If You Think It's Over, it's just begun.
I think "Working on It" was the song that he did in the 80s.
Yeah, I think you're right. Actually, good memory.
Wow, you're old.
Well, how far back are you going there, Chief?
I was actually just sticking to a genre, but I'll go past that and.
Okay.
Okay, this is going to be really weird.
Well, the crickets are cricketing, so you better get to something here.
Seasonally,
Yeah, this is going to be really weird. As a preface here is really it's expected.
Gentlemen, just to set this up. Wait for it.
Wait for it.
Cover
as
your eyes.
they say on Psych, suck it. Anyway, I'm a seasonal person, so if I'm going to do a seasonal thing, I'm going to do Vivaldi, the Four Seasons.
Ooh, well,
every season I will listen to Vivaldi.
Right now, Drew, you've got the point, depending on what Steven might come up with.
I'm going to go with the first album I ever owned, and that will be the Bay City Rollers.
Oh.
All right. Very nice, man.
Wow.
He may have stolen the point. Wait a minute. He may have stolen the point.
Wait. He'll get the point. Only if he says, wait. No, wait. Did you like the group Angel too?
I mean, they were later, though.
No, but did you like them?
I could take them or leave them.
You don't get the point. Anyway, next.
Ah!
I don't get that. What am I missing? What was the movie?
I don't know either, but it's his rules. Remember, he's the host.
Yeah.
What movie did Angel do? What movie did Angel do the soundtrack for?
Oh.
I never listened to him. I had a neighbor that listened to him, and I was like, "You're kind of weird and corny," so I didn't like him.
Wait a minute. I call foul. If he doesn't really know the band, how can he not give you the point?
Because I had to listen to it when I was friends with my neighbor around the corner growing up.
I'll give you a hint.
There's a lot of history here.
I'll give you a hint. Jodie Foster and Sherry Carey from The Runaways were in it.
Wow.
What was the name of the movie?
Yeah, tell us already. Like, we're running out of time here.
Was that Foxes?
Foxes.
It was Foxes.
Oh!
Wow.
Oh!
I loved the Runaways growing up. I loved them. That was a great group.
Unless Mike comes up with something really good, I'd say Steve gets the point just for knowing Foxes, but that's another story.
The only thing I remember, if you're going first, like one of the first 8 tracks I remember getting was Queen News of the World. So probably anything off of there. I mean, that's one of the first ones I remember getting.
Terrific.
No. I like the fact that you actually blew up and said 8 tracks, but you know what? After Rob goes, we're going to go and do the 8-track list. Okay, Rob.
Yeah, I remember I got Pink Floyd The Wall like right at the same time too. I think, but I think we'll go with the Queen. It was a little
well, if we are talking about first albums, and I was kind of hoping we'd go there because it just so happens one of the first albums I actually bought with my own damn money came right about.
Nice. Let's hear for Boston and Olivia Newton-John. I mean ELO and Olivia Newton-John.
I was about to say who?
Yeah,
there you go.
I
have said this for over 20, 30 years. This is my guilty pleasure album. It's one of the first ones I ever bought. I still have it. So obviously it means something to me. God help me.
Weirdly, I prefer actually Olivia Newton-John, Do You Believe, or whatever that. I prefer Olivia Newton-John's single off that.
Which one, Magic?
Magic. I love Magic.
Well, Magic and also, the title song. And of course, you and Juliana Hatfield apparently have something in common there.
I actually own Physical. It's somewhere at my parents' house. I love Physical.
I have the Physical in the next room. I do.
Well, I'm sorry. Can you tell I was kind of hoping you were going to go there or what?
No, Juliana Hatfield just recently covered Xanadu for about a year ago for her song Juliana Hatfield Sings Olivia Newton-John album.
Oh, jeez. Do you think Sean would make up something like that? Come on.
That's actually a record, and she covers much of Olivia Newton-John. She's doing it yearly, and it's for charity. This year's is Juliana Hatfield Sings the Police.
Oh, wow.
So it's a very interesting project, and she is unironic in her praise for Olivia Newton-John.
Just out of curiosity, Sean, do you know what charity that she does this for?
I will need to look it up. It doesn't come to mind, but
wow, Rob,
I have my phone here.
What?
Rob, you're the consummate fucking radio guy. Oh my god.
You can take me out of radio, but you can't take radio out of me. What the hell do you want?
Hey,
I thought Sean had it.
Radio guy.
Yeah, I thought Sean had it, but you really that's you. That's so you.
Wait a minute. Does that mean wait a minute. Did I get a point?
Wow, I'm sober.
Well, now that we know what Melodrama's first album was, let's go to Sean.
Oh, first
No,
album? Oh, okay.
no, wait, stop.
You can do that? Is that a thing?
Wait, I got to stop laughing. I'm crying. Wow, I'm sober. I'm an idiot. Holy shit.
Meanwhile, Mike is looking at you like going, "Why did I agree to do this?" Really?
No, Mike knows this about me. I'm an idiot. What the hell you want from me?
It's nothing new.
Hey,
Thank you. Okay, Rob, go back to you. Since your first record was Xanadu, did you ever buy an 8-track?
Never bought an 8-track, believe it or not.
Okay.
Was not an 8-track guy. I was albums, always albums.
Well, you're okay. You're lucky. You didn't have. Did you have older siblings or no?
No, I was the oldest. I inherited a lot of my. I inherited a lot of my father's records, which included like ELO, the Beatles, and a few foreigners in my collection. I literally now have about 50, 60 albums that I'm actually happy to have. I'm lucky they didn't get thrown out.
No, it's great. I'm sorry. I'm just wiping the tears from my eyes. I'm an idiot. Okay. I'm going to go that way.
Oh, by the way,
Carolyn.
I'm wondering the
8-track.
Indiana Hatfield record.
Yes.
For every sale of the album, $1 will be donated to the Olivia Newton-John Cancer Wellness.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
There you go.
Great cause.
I'm sure Ming will put that up real soon because he's on top of this stuff.
Absolutely.
Okay, Sean, your first 8-track?
My first 8-track. Oh dear, because I was all set for vinyl. I was all set to give you vinyl. I could give you vinyl. That was the first thing I bought.
That's not what I asked you. That's not what I asked you. Next, Steve.
You just went McLaughlin on his ass, didn't you? Jeez.
No, I'm pretty sure my first 8-track was "Closer to Home" by Grand Funk Railroad.
Ooh.
That was my first 8-track, but only because I only bought 8-tracks later on. My first vinyl was ELO's New World Record, which dovetails into the Xanadu.
See, that makes me go, these two over here are like, they're like lost brothers.
Yeah, if you want me to, I can go again because it's actually in my collection, by the way.
You have time, yes. Mike and Sean.
Mike
and Sean are like brothers.
They're making a comeback, by the way.
ELO?
No, the 8-track.
The
8-track? No.
8-track. What?
There's no reason for that to happen. There is no reason for that to happen.
Cassettes tried to make a comeback, and that's been really. I guess people are still selling them, but
8-tracks. Nobody wants a freaking 8-track.
Yeah. I want an 8-track.
The funny thing is, we all know that vinyl sales in the last year were actually at a peak, highest they've been in 10 years. It's become fashionable now to buy an album. We're seeing turntables being sold more so now than ever before. I mean, I'm glad that's come back, but I can't see the cassette thing. I think Mike's right. The idea of a cassette, because we all know, it's like you play it to death, and then all of a sudden just like, okay, now I got to buy the cassette again. Great.
a lot of artists.
You remember you'd be like in the middle of a song, and it would be like go from the middle of the song to the next track.
Oh yeah.
Imagine doing that when you're high or drunk. No bueno.
No bueno.
No bueno.
I have to say, one of the other 8-tracks I owned was Animals by Pink Floyd. And on that 8-track, there was a version of Pigs on the Wing that isn't on vinyl or cassette.
You realize Sean already got the point no matter what you guys come up with.
No. Not done yet. Not done yet. Oh, by the way, for the whole 3 people that are out there, it's vinyl, not vinyls.
As opposed to what? Divinyls? Anyway.
No, multiple of vinyl is still vinyl.
That's correct. My vinyls.
Yeah, you do not add an S to that.
God, Ogre, that's deep.
Yeah. When I show people the record collection, I say, "This is my vinyl.
These are my vinyls.
These are my vinyl."
Steve, what do you got? Steve, what do you got?
If I remember correctly, it was The Grand Illusion from Styx.
With vinyl or 8-track? Vinyl?
8-track. Vinyl was the Bay City Rollers.
Right. Okay. By the way, I have an asterisk there. The first reel-to-reel tape I bought, pre-recorded.
Oh no! You win! You win! You win! You win!
I'm leaving. Goodbye.
You win! Bye bye. You win. That's it.
There was still such a thing as pre-recorded reel-to-reel.
No, just stop. I always wanted a TIAC, or however you say it, reel-to-reel, but
Yeah.
just to have, like
I had an Akai.
reel-to-reel. Yeah, well, Akai. Well, yeah, okay. You're in the same boat. Okay, great.
Actually, I have two. I bought a second one because I knew that the first one would eventually need parts.
Wow. Okay. Next, Mike, what do you got?
I already told you. Oh, you want my first
A-track.
vinyl? Yeah,
An
my
8-track.
8-track was Queen. News of the World, I think, was my first 8-track.
That was the 8-track. Okay.
Yeah, vinyl.
Vinyl.
I'm not sure. I think AC/DC Back in Black, probably. That might be the first vinyl.
Wow.
Or Dirty Deeds. I know that they both, even though Dirty Deeds was a way earlier album, I know they both got pressed at the same time, like right around then.
Well, Dirty Deeds was rushed out because Back in Black hit, and they had
Right. And then they
Dirty Deeds
right.
here in America.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was probably one of my first, if not my first.
And that was the first time you heard Bon Scott on Top 40 Radio.
Yep.
Thank you, radio guy. Appreciate it.
Well, I was actually a little surprised to find that Kraftwerk made it to the top 40 in 1975 with Autobahn.
Autobahn, yeah.
Wow, you didn't know that?
They didn't just make it to the top 40; they made it to like the top 5.
You didn't know that?
I did not know that they made it that high.
Yeah, 'cause
So-
I remember weirdly in Catholic school they were doing some kind of like show kind of thing, and everyone could do their thing, and a bunch of girls danced to Trans Europe Express.
And that kept up as soon as Africa Mbata came out with his record.
Yeah.
No, I actually had I had one back in like 1973. The Catholic school had a candy sale for Easter, and if you sold the most candy, you got a prize. And my parents sold lots.
And it was wait, and it wasn't a priest?
No. No, the prize was a reel-to-reel recorder. And so I actually had and I'm not talking about like a reel-to-reel. I'm talking about this little thing that took 3-inch reels, and which
it was like this big.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So I was busy recording AM radio, and years back I went back to some of those reels I had after I got the reel-to-reel recorder, and listened to them, and I had an air check from WABC.
Dan Ingram in the morning.
And where they talk into the intro to Ys's Roundabout. And that's not the WABC I remember.
No, I don't remember that at all. Yes, on ABC, never.
1973, which is about when Roundabout actually hit the top 40.
Yeah, no, that's a big no. All right, so next, Rob. We're running out of time. 8-track. No, you said never had 8-track.
Yeah, I gave you my album. I think Sean won the point in that round, and we're at
No, wait.
It wasn't the 8-track comment. It was a reel-to-reel comment, not appropriate for the point. I disqualify myself.
So, I can vaguely remember. I think
New song.
No, my first 8-track and record. First 8-track probably was Pat Benatar's first record.
And why not?
Of course, God, it's Pat Benatar, Polish
What was
Princess.
that? And the Heat
Polish
of the
Princess. Yeah, I think that's what it was, right? And then I think the first
overbite.
Who cares? She's a Polish princess. I'm Polish. Shut up. So are you, Mike. And Spanish. Anyway, I liked my first fight. I remember. I think it was Steve Martin's "Walk Like an" not "Walk Like an Egyptian." King
Wild
Tut.
and Crazy.
Wild
and Crazy guy. Yeah.
King Tut. My first 45 was King Tut.
Your first 45. Okay.
Oh, we're going back. We're going 45s now.
Oh,
yeah, mine was Get Back.
Mine was Seasons in the Sun from Terry.
Good
one.
I bought it.
I have to say,
I bought it in Cal in the 5th grade.
I love the song "Seasons in the Sun," and I love it for reasons that nobody else loves it for.
Did you have joy and did you have fun?
No, I'm going to guess that because of the cover version by Too Much Joy.
No. Although the cover version by Too Much Joy actually exposed the original's intent, which was it's supposed to be overly maudlin and get laughs. That was the point behind the song.
Okay.
Jerry Jacks didn't get that.
All right, Mike, what do you got?
For what?
A 45.
A 45. Jesus. I don't know. I gotta think. I'm not sure what the hell my.
We'll take a 12-inch single.
I mean, the thing is, I used to go through my parents' 45s all the time. They had stuff from the 50s. I'm trying to. One of my first 45s I remember was John Lennon starting over, but I think maybe something. John Lennon, Yoko Ono starting over.
Right.
I think maybe something else before then. I do remember that being a definite 45 that I got. There's probably something before that, but that's one that comes to my mind.
Rob, did you ever go to 45?
Oh yeah. And the
Okay,
sad
no.
part is I'm remembering it. Night Fever, Bee Gees, God help me.
That's okay. I had Chuck Mangione too.
Rise? No. That's Herb Albert. Feels so good.
Yeah.
No. All right.
And then I think the first full-length LP was it was George Carlin or Steve Martin's first full. No, yeah, it was George Carlin or Steve Martin's first full vinyls back in the 70s, whatever.
Well, that's a big difference. There's a big difference between King Tut and the hippy dippy weatherman. You realize this?
I know, but it's like they seem to have showed up at the same time. The ironic part is my mother is actually the one that bought me and my brother Cheech and Chong's Big Bamboo, and I still have the paper.
Ooh.
Oh, that's right. It had the rolling paper inside.
I actually don't
I still have it.
It's because it was taken from me. Someone else apparently
Your parents?
knew more than I did. No. Oh, siblings.
Oh, okay.
Siblings, man.
I hate to say this. I think Melodrama gets the point just for the Cheech and Chong thing. I mean, jeez.
Yeah, I still got it.
Saw Tom last night.
You know,
And it was Jay and Silent Bob's reboot. Tommy Chong is in the movie.
Yes, he is. That's true.
I want delivery. Anyway, so we did old, forgotten, happy, new. Sean, new. Or newish. Or newish.
No, new. BHS by Slayford Mods. Love Slayford Mods completely.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Yeah, you gotta look that one up.
Yeah,
I don't have access to that.
You're definitely gonna like it. He's definitely gonna like them.
Okay. Wait. I have to write this down. What is this again?
Slayford Mods. SLEAFORD. Mods.
Text me. Anyway, I'm not gonna write it.
But they have like 8 or 9 albums out already. You definitely gotta just start listening to them.
They've got a best of happening now. So
Seriously?
terrific stuff.
Okay, Steve. What'd you find on Deezer, Steve?
What's that new Green Day song? No.
I'm gonna kick you.
Hey, wait a minute. That cover's actually very entertaining. Wait a minute.
No, we talked about that like 3 shows ago. No. No.
I'm gonna go with the Black Keys. Nobody to Love You. Anything from them actually I like.
Love them.
Yeah.
They kind of got like that 70s vibe to them.
Well,
no, Black.
and I like everything they touch.
Yes, basically, that's Black Keys. You
So
gotta
like,
love everything they touch.
the elephant. Exactly. Perfect.
But that goes against everything we talked about earlier. That if the band puts something out that was horrible, do you have the ability to sit there and go, "It sucks"? But honestly, for the Black Keys, not so much.
Not so much. they're everything's pretty damn good.
They're consistently good.
Yeah.
Unlike the Chili Peppers. Anyway. Oh yeah, I did it again, Rob. Don't give me that look. See the look of, he's like, who did I insult next? Yeah. That's why we will never get a sponsor.
The most recent Chili Peppers release was where Flea found his bass again, which is what made me happy about it. So
what year?
It seemed to me that Flea had something to prove on the latest record, so that makes me happy.
Mike, do you have anything?
You're kind of digging that pen there. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that, dude. If you want to ask me about new music, I could sit here for hours talking about stuff, but I don't even know what to go with.
Wait. I live life. You're the same way. There is no definite. You can't really narrow it down to a specific one, but one that's on the top of your head. Look at it that way.
Anything from Chromatics. They're probably my favorite. Well, they're not my favorite band right now, but anything from them are pretty much awesome. Like the newest song is Famous Monsters, but it's really just a song where she talks over like a nice dark background soundtrack. But all of their stuff is very artistic, almost gothic.
Very David Lynch groove.
Yes, very much. That's why that's how people found out about them when they did the new Twin Peaks. Right. People found out about them then. But anything from Chromatics is top notch.
Yep, I'm in with you there. They're fantastic.
Yeah, because you two would actually have you two are like the.
We actually have new records, dude.
And then me, Rob, and Steve are like, what did I hear last in the radio that I liked?
No, sadly, this is where Melodrama's going to go. He's going to go radio on us. So you've been warned.
No, okay. I can't go against what you like.
Oh, but here's the problem. It sets up a shameless self-promotion. With the fact that I know where you're going. Yeah, you do. Since tomorrow night on my podcast at 7 o'clock, I'll have John Easdale and Peter Wood from Dramarama, and I've heard some of the new music from Color TV. The song Cassette is one of those songs that will surprise you. There's a distinctive sound by Dramarama. This song has a bit of a Radiohead, Coldplay feel to it. It's a brilliant song. Looking forward to talking to the guys tomorrow night to find out a lot more about the album. The more I listen to some of the tracks I've heard from Color TV, this is a great release. It's been worth the wait.
Excellent. Very, very good. And I wish them all the best because they're such a great bunch of guys.
They are.
Such good stuff.
Yeah.
And they've done such good stuff without getting any notoriety for it, except for every now and again somebody says, "Oh, hey, it's like the greatest song ever. Come, play our festival."
But that's the weird thing. Right now, at least, Sean, from what I'm seeing online, there's probably been nothing but raves for the band. They deserve it. I mean, I'm hoping this will click a little bit more. I want to see them get radio airplay and at least get a chance. Because the stuff here is just right on point. Really is.
There's no reason that rock radio can't coalesce around that record. It should.
No, absolutely.
Here's a solid new release from a great band with a great pedigree and a great history.
It's called Sony Will Not Allow It. Yeah, I said it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is anybody there right now?
By the way, if you're keeping score, Melodrama's insulted at least 8 or 9 corporations. By the way, every time you insult a corporation, I want to hear that song.
Yeah.
So you know, right?
It has to happen. It's the corporation insult song.
Yeah. This way we
I got nothing.
And to wrap this whole thing up, you got anything new that you like?
I would just go by what I've heard, and unfortunately, it's by what I heard on 104.5, which is a shit radio station.
Not to mince words.
No, they suck. They suck.
Hit the music. I know.
Oh, wait, I'll do this instead.
That's a good way. That's a good way to wrap up the show. We'll count down to the end.
No, I need help.
We're trying.
Actually, yes. Actually,
that coffee song's pretty good.
Yeah,
we've officially wrapped this whole show back to the beginning.
No. Okay, yes and no. Yes and no. Surprisingly, I don't like the band Fall Out Boy. But I do like Check Your Phone by Cheap Cuts. It's the guy from Fall Out Boy.
All right.
Okay.
Well, then sure, fine,
great. It's because it sounds more Fatboy Slimish to me. It's like a blatant Fatboy Slim ripoff, but only because I don't have access to music like you and Mike. So suck it.
You have something called the internet. I think that pretty much gives you access to any kind of music you want to listen to.
Yeah, well, you don't let me find out where the hell to find it. Anyway, suck it. Ming, are you there? Did Ming fall asleep? Oh, hey, Ming, can I ask you those same questions real quick?
Yeah, well, go ahead.
Who was the guy from that show, Comic Book Men or whatever?
That's because it is the guy from
Wow, that's him. Wow, how ironic.
Don't you think? A little too ironic.
What are the questions again?
Okay, your old song.
Like favorite old song?
Yeah.
Like what?
Whatever you want. You narrow it down. You don't have to be specific, because being specific and narrowing everything down to a top 5 is impossible.
That's a long time ago.
So I can pick like Righteous Brothers. You've lost that love and feeling.
There you go.
Yeah, I love her from that scene in Top Gun. That's like one of the greatest things ever.
All right. There you go. Points. Everyone agree on points with me? Yeah, I agree. There you go. How about a forgotten song?
Oh man. Jeez. That's tough with you guys. You guys know everything.
No. A forgotten song. You.
Oh man. I'd have to think about that one.
Okay, how about a new song that you like?
Forgotten song. The Can't Help Falling in Love with You, but not the Elvis version, the UB40 version.
UB40 version.
Yeah. The one from the movie Sliver. Like everything ties back into movie.
No, I get it, and that's really creepy, but I like it. Because Sliver was creepy, if I'm not mistaken.
Very creepy.
Yeah.
But very much like this, like where whatever, I can't remember which Baldwin brother it was, but looking at everything through little square windows. It was very much like this.
So we're creepy, is what he's saying.
What was the other one?
Okay, we did old, we did new, forgotten, new.
Best new songs. I'm so old. I don't really listen to new stuff.
Okay, how about a song that makes you super happy and like everyone said, you want to crank it up or dance or just get stupid?
Oh man, anything by Tribe Called Quest, man. Award Tour, Tribe Called Quest. Anything off the Low End Theory. Butter. That's a great I love and miss Five Dog for sure.
How about this? Wait, he's younger than.
Whenever you guys roll Tribe, every so often at one of these DJ sets, man, so much fun. Or anything by the Smiths too.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, you guys love the Smiths as much as I do, and
now you're playing the crowd now, Ming.
Yeah, and we're not vegans.
Yeah, exactly.
Sharon Stone naked in the movie again. Nice, Gary McRae.
She's not naked in. Isn't she naked in every movie?
Yeah. Maybe.
Here's the name the ones that she isn't naked in, I think.
I'm trying to remember her first. Wait a minute. Her first. No, she was naked in that with Brad Davis too. So that's
No, what movie was that? No, she was what?
The first movie she was in was actually it was a cop movie with Adam Ant.
Wow, I know the movie you're talking about.
Adam Ant was the villain.
Yes, I know. It's like talking about what's the space one he did a movie.
Right. Well, and the star of
Total Recall.
No. Oh yeah, she was cute in Total Recall, but she wasn't.
She was cute, but she was not naked.
Yeah, good point.
There you go. That answers the question.
Ming, your favorite? Actually, not your favorite. No, you couldn't even. You don't even know what an 8-track is, do you?
Oh no, totally. I was born 1974. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Did you?
So when he was 1 year old, he bought an 8-track.
Yeah, I don't know if I owned any. My cousins definitely did. They had a lot of Bee Gees 8-tracks for sure.
Okay. So, First record.
Which I think is classic. I do wish they would come back, but I don't see it happening. They
Yeah, no, 8-tracks are too problematic.
No, because the thing that sucked about 8-tracks, like, oh, it's like I love this 8-track. All of a sudden, you start hearing it stretch.
Yeah.
And you're like, pull it out of your car stereo, and you're like, oh, there it is. It's like a VHS.
At no point should a Bee Gees 8-track go.
Click, click, and then when the 8-track recorder, the 8-track player screwed up, you'd be like, click, 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 click. Oh, look at that cassette. And what's on that?
Yeah, I recently dug out my old boombox from when I was in high school, and this was in there. And this was a mixtape that I guess I was making for my now wife that I never gave to her. So,
that's nice.
Yeah, I may actually hook the boombox up to a computer and roll it on like Twitch or something where I won't get copyrighted, and I'll play it for everybody. But there's some weird emo stuff on here, I think. So
yeah, give it a good listen because you made it for her then. Now you might want to say, okay, let me listen to these songs. Maybe
No. Here's the point. It would be nice for his wife to hear what he thought.
Yeah, then. I mean, this wasn't the only one I ever made her. She's probably got a whole pile of these somewhere. But this,
I'm about to say, let him take it one step further. Do it on TikTok. Hold up the boombox like you're John.
Oh yeah,
whatever's on there. There you go.
Oh, dude, thank you. I'm totally doing that photo shoot. You're gonna do that. And TikTok. It's totally going on TikTok for sure. Dude, thank you. You need to be like my TikTok producer. Like, well, why do you?
There you go. Talented, skilled, and cursed. Thank you.
I know there's definitely NXS on here, and there's I think there's Enigma on here too. So all the other.
All right.
I think that tape has a lot of bias, man.
It's high bias.
High bias. Ooh.
And I don't know if you can see that 94 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. That's
yes.
I didn't.
Wait, no. Where did you get that?
Just a little extra.
Yeah, I can get one more song.
No, 94 minutes. That just gives you the entire side 1 and 2 of Enigma. Now what?
Yeah, I know. Wait, what do we listen to now? If I were to guess, because there was no Amazon back then, I probably got a 10-pack at Best Buy. If I were
most likely, yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Can't play Elephant Stone as the last song, that's for sure.
So meaning anybody watching this, we are all old, ladies and gentlemen.
Gary McRae, say anything, Ming. Hey, Ming, your first record that you bought?
I think I did have a 45. It was a Manhattan Transfer. Boy from New York City.
Boy from New York City. All right.
Yeah, got that. I got that too.
Yeah.
Hey, not for nothing, but if it weren't for the Manhattan Transfer, Bob Marley would not have been on American television.
Wow, who knew?
Okay. No. Wait. Does Sean win the day on this one or not? Like,
I got to give him the game on that one, please.
They had a summer show, and they were like, "Let's bring on Bob Marley." And that happened.
I'm sorry, that trumped me bringing up the Xanadu album, which I'm doing again.
So there we go.
I don't have whipped cream, but I do have. Anyway,
number 1. Let's.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm gonna let this out now because I've been procrastinating on this for 2 weeks. I want us to know and everyone else to know. I talked to you, Ming. I talked to Sean. I talked to Rob, and I talked to Trent about it, and maybe a couple other people. I want to do a video. It's so corny, but don't hate me for it. It's what I talked to you about, right? For Scott.
Yeah.
So I want to do that, but I'm trying to figure out how to get a whole bunch of people involved. So I need to brainstorm this with you people, and Ming's going to edit it for us.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Yeah, all you gotta do is ask, and then people start submitting, and then the people who procrastinate, you pressure them, you peer pressure them with going, well, everybody else did it, where's yours? And then it happens. It'll happen.
Should I just tell it now, or should I just throw it on Facebook? What should I do?
You do both.
Yeah, at least mention it, at least for Scott Stamper of the St. Nasbury Park.
Okay, so what I'm basically doing to the whole people that are listening for now is that I'm going to do a how do I do this? What's it, like a Kelly Clarkson or Justin Timberlake video, or a those weird dancers on YouTube, the weird stepper dancers, the girls that just dance to every song. You know what I'm talking about, Ming, right?
I guess.
Okay, basically, I want a whole bunch of people to submit a bunch of a video to a specific song of them dancing and lip syncing, and we're going to edit it all together for the whole length of the song, and put it all together and out there for Scott and the Saint. And it's going to be a matter of, you could do it in your house with your family, you could do it in front of the Saint, you could do it wherever the hell you want to, but just make it fun and exciting to the songs that I will mention. Someone talk while I find the songs.
What's the state of the Saint at this point?
They did very well with that GoFundMe. They are going to continue to stay open. Scott seems to be in very good spirits under the circumstances. It's still going to be a while before we even see live music, as we all know. So
absolutely,
yeah. I think we got to figure. Scott has a smaller room, so maybe by phase 2, maybe we could see something. Who knows? But I think we're all at the same point. Yeah, and there it is, almost $45,000.
$5,048 to goal.
Somebody donate the $8 to get it to 45.
Yeah, exactly.
Or the $48. Somebody just do it.
Please, somebody put in $48. Exactly.
Keep on going. I'm looking. I can't find it.
No. There's been a lot of things that have been coming out in the news that a lot of small clubs throughout the country, like the Saint, are in a lot of trouble. The way the Saint has made its money, it's not been about just sitting there and having a beer. It has been about live music. So when you go there, you are taking in probably a chance to see bands for the first time coming through the area. Without that, Scott cannot survive. Thanks to you, he is going to for a while. But hopefully we will see him back in business sooner than later.
And I did speak to Scott. Well, I texted Scott. We're just going back and forth. So he did mention a song that I was going to ask Rob, Mike, and Sean about if they knew it. And it was a song. It was big in the UK. It's called Dexy's Song by Gino, or Gino and Dexy's Song.
It's Gino by Dexy's Midnight Runners.
Oh, okay. Because you mentioned it was a good song.
It's their first album. That's where they had an album. It clicked. They made it on Top of the Pops. And then Kevin Rowland said, "Yeah, I'm firing everybody." And we're going to come out with a second album. That was the one that had Come On Eileen on it. Most of Dexy's Midnight Runners actually became another band called The Bureau. And from that band, let's see, the guy who played piano for Paul Weller and the Style Council came from. So, okay, there you go.
All right. So, okay, I'm surprised Rob and Mike didn't jump in on that one. Anyway,
you want to go watch one of the worst performances on Saturday Night Live? Go and look up that Dexy's Midnight Runners performance. You will laugh.
That happened.
Oh my God, it's terrible.
Everyone. Okay, we're taking a vote. 6 of us. ABBA, Dancing Queen, the 1976 Disco Perfection version, or Gloria Gaynor, I Will Survive.
I think I Will Survive.
Very appropriate.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Steve, Mike.
I'll survive.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, I want everybody to submit a video to, where should we submit it? To your page, Ming, or to my page, and we'll upload it?
Either or, as long as it gets to me somehow.
Okay, so a shared universe or to Halo Degeneration. I Will Survive, dancing, lip sync, do the whole song. It's going to be cut in every which different way. I'm sure Ming understands where my head's at on this one.
Yeah,
and
for
it's
sure.
It's going to be very specific in my head, so I'll have to work with Ming on this and Trent. Put up. You could do it. Go to the Saint. Do the video in front of the Saint if you want to, or Asbury Park, or whatever you want to. Picture the Saint, and maybe throw a like a little placard up that says "Save the Saint" or "Thank you." Actually, I was going to do more like "Thank you." Thank you, Scott, and thank you, the Saint. And however you want to do it, just do it, submit it. I want to get it out there. I want to get this done. I said last week to Ming and everyone I wanted to do it within a week or two. But if I can get, about 2 weeks? Do about 2 weeks of submittals.
All right.
Yeah, sounds good.
Good. Okay, Ming, what do you got going on?
What, in the next 2 weeks?
No, what do you got? We're at to end this podcast.
Oh, no,
we can talk forever. It's up to you. Whatever.
No, it's podcast every day, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to have as much fun as these gentlemen did, go to shareduniverse.com. Just sign up. We'll be there for you. We will help you continue, start, or dominate the podcast world?
Because we have 3 out of 8. Thank you, Chris Jordan.
Yeah, that was really cool. If you make a list of 8 podcasts you should be listening to during the coronavirus quarantine, and 3 of them are over at a shared universe, that's 37.5% of the list, ladies and gentlemen. That's not bad. So next year we go for a clean sweep. So be a part of that. Be a part of it, everybody.
And down below those 3 are Matt Pinfield's, which is kind of funny. I mean, I love Matt. You know that.
God bless him.
Yeah, I think we would have, had they not felt the need to mention Snooki, we would have made more of that list. I have no doubt about that. Snooki's podcast, they have to mention her.
No, we don't. You never responded to my text, and you were being politically correct, Ming. Thank you.
Anybody can put anything out there. People like it. People don't like it. Whatever. We got something going on here, I think.
Okay, next, Steve.
Yes.
What do you got? What are you doing? You do podcast. You do streaming every once in a while.
That's for my own entertainment. No one else.
Okay.
Pops on every once in a while.
Mike.
Yes.
Tell everyone what you're doing.
Promote the thing.
Promote your thing.
Sunday nights, 8 o'clock, right before this is my show on Alt Rock Radio down there. Sean.
What's your show called? It does help me tell the show.
Pleasures. It's all indie, basically indie music, maybe electronic, mostly all new stuff. Because I only have an hour, so I usually just play all new stuff. Sometimes some classics in there, but mostly new.
Okay. Good?
That's it.
That's Mike. Okay.
That third podcast that was mentioned by Chris Jordan wants to listen and watch for. That's mine. Thank you, Chris Jordan. Thank you, A Shared Universe. We're back on special tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. Got a chance to sit down with John Easdale and Peter Wood from Dramarama. We're going to talk about the new album, Color TV. We will wrap up the podcast with one of the new songs from the album. It's a can't miss thing. 7 o'clock Eastern Time, 4 Pacific for all the California fans of Dramarama. Please tune in. I'm on once a week, usually Wednesday or Thursday nights. The guests have been incredible, ranging from Ming Chen to Brian O'Halloran and Marilyn Gigliotti from Clerks to having Stephen Baker, the touchdown maker, former New York Giant. You never know where the guests are coming from. They're always entertaining. They all have a story, and they all bring their A game. That's what it's all about.
And just so you know, and you and Ming know, you can post that on You Stole My Song if you want to put it on there too.
Thank you.
That guy, him.
So when there's not a podcast on, 7x24 at altrockradio.com, we're doing new music and classic alternative. And the new music we pick fits with the classic alternative. And that's the goal. We provide a platform, obviously, for other folks to do other things, the way Mike does. Mike does Sunday nights at 8 with Oral Pleasures, and that's a good hour of radio. He's followed at 9 p.m. by Why Not Radio, the folks down in Philadelphia who were at Y100, and that all did the same thing that FM 106.3 did.
True.
So that happens at 9 o'clock on Alt Rock on Sunday nights. We have Mike Marone on Thursday nights doing his kind of radio terrorism. The show's not called Radio Terrorism. That was his old show on 106.3. And lately he's been naming it after Frank Zappa records, which I'm totally fine with. His is entirely format free. And every other week we have Monami out of Brooklyn, New York, who is just fantastic. Does really fantastic stuff. She's playing obscure dance floor 80s for everybody's consumption, and that's good stuff. And the rest of the time, 7x24, it's a stream. Come by altrockradio.com and check it out.
Hey, it's me. I suck. Man, thank you.
About, what's good about you, and I think you may have just done.
Ming and A Shared Universe, I really appreciate it. I do not know how to keep this under an hour. I apologize. We suck so bad. It's just a bunch of people talking.
We suck. Now we all suck.
Yeah, we suck at that. We definitely suck at that.
And I really, really thank you, and I appreciate everything you do, and I really thank you. I'm going to say it correctly this time. Wait, hang on. I hang on to your shorts. I said it right. Suck it, because those are the guys that actually got me interested in this. And I appreciate them.
Yeah,
and I appreciate them in the shared universe. And hopefully we'll talk to you next time. I will. I think next time we're going to have DJ Marcus and John, since they are similar in music thought process. Scott Stamper always has an open invite to show up anytime he wants to, and I want to do a radio show. I'm doing in the concept of doing a radio show for Sean, but I need these two people. Wait, Mike and Sean to help me with the software, but they suck.
I told you what software to download already, you moron.
And what a wonderful way to wrap up this show.
Hey, wait.
Love.
Do the music.
Suck it. Everyone, 1, 2, 3. Suck it. 1, 2, 3. Suck it. Hang up anytime you want. And don't forget your submissions.